right, we're live now. Let me just let everybody know. And we'll see if anybody actually wants to watch. Or if anyone's actually joining in. We're here for myhogwarts.com's Craft Guild's Crochet-Along. We're making a sorting hat, or we're making 4 sorting hats, and hopefully you at home are also making sorting hats. So, yeah, we can go ahead and get started, and then as we go, we'll just sort of discuss stuff like, how long have you all been crocheting?
Oh, that's a good question.
I started in 2014.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Did you teach yourself, or?
YouTube taught me.
Oh, yeah, this magic loop. I always forget which way to do the magic loop.
Oh, but I hate these things. I'm going to have to remind you how to do this, because...
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no.
Marie, are you good at these?
Oh, at making loops?
Yeah.
The magic loop thing, yeah.
Well, I've done a lot of them over the years because I make like animals and stuff that always need to be made in the round.
Right, right.
Oh, wait, hang on. I think I've... No.
Would you like to show the class?
Well, right now, the way I'm doing it, because you start with 3 stitches, so I did 4 chains, and then I connect them to a loop with a slip stitch. Because that's just the easiest way to do it. Yeah. And then I do the 3 single crochets into the center of the ring.
So you're just doing the standard way?
Although I've lost the middle of the ring now. There we go. I'm kind of improvising with the pattern because I didn't have a crochet hook large enough. So I decided to change my mind last minute and use a crochet hook that was half the size. And I am making a sorting hat that will fit my pet owl, who is stuffed, not a real owl.
No.
But yes.
Yeah, I actually know what hook to use because all the measurements on the pattern are in US sizes.
Oh, yeah, I had to Google it.
So I've converted the hook, and so I should be using a 10mm hook, but I'm not sure if I've got the right yarn for like what the pattern wants. So this is going to be a bit of trial and error.
Looks about right to me. So yeah, for like, I guess we can jump right there. This is the size hook I'm using. I've got the N that the pattern recommends. The link to the pattern is below, by the way.
Yeah, the largest hook I have is the size K. So that's a 6.5mm, but I'm using a 4mm. Fun fact, this is actually the crochet hook I learned to crochet with.
Oh, wow.
My grandma gave me a pattern book from Klutz for Christmas a couple years ago, and so I learned.
So you've only been doing it for a couple of years as well.
Yeah, I think I was about 14 when if I was 14, that makes like 5 years. I'm older than I think I am.
That always happens. Yeah, I learned when I was like in 2nd grade.
Wow.
Taught us how to make little worms, like little chain worms. Yeah, that's working. And then she handed me a Learn to Crochet book that she had lying around, and I taught myself the rest pretty much. And this was in the days before YouTube videos, actually, so.
There we go. I was struggling with with round 2 because you have like 3 stitches to start with. And I was like, if you're crocheting it around, like there's barely even any stitches, and I couldn't find where the first stitch of the round was.
I'm floundering a bit at the moment.
Yeah, starting in the round is always the hardest part of working in the round. I'm still on round 1. I decided instead of futzing with the magic loop, I just crocheted, chain 2, and then I did the 3 single crochet into the first chain.
I should have done that. That would have been a lot easier.
I'm proud of myself.
Okay, well, I've just managed to finish round 2, so now I'm trying to make sure I do round 3 properly. It is amazing how many times I have to undo things whenever I'm crocheting.
I feel like the camera should be pointed but the microphone's going to be there too. So I'm using a Bernat blanket. It's chunky and soft. It might make it really floppy, like the description was saying, but we'll see.
I'm
And
crocheting
Christine, you said
with
you're using like what worsted?
random stuff.
So it's what the internet sort of told me to use, but
Something chenille?
I don't know what that is. It's actually an American wool.
Okay.
It's a line brand, Hometown USA.
Oh, I hate homespun. Sorry, yeah. I know exactly what that is.
I love this stuff.
I have the worst luck with it because, like, it splits for me.
Yeah, I've had that happen. It's annoying. But, like, we didn't, also it was on sale, and here wool of, like chunky wool is really expensive. So,
I'm crocheting with random yarn that I found in my stash because I forgot to get anyone to drive me to the store. So yesterday I was like, oh no, I have to crochet.
Is that cotton?
I frantically searched until I found brown. I don't know. It's soft. I used it to make a goat a couple of months ago.
The thing about this stuff is, like, I don't know, you probably can't tell, but, like, can you count how many stitches that is?
oh god.
Oh my god.
That's 6 stitches for the record, but I'll figure it out.
Wow.
And I know I'm inside out right now. I will fix that later. Rounds 3 to 5, single crochet. Oh, great. So we're making it pointy. All right, it hasn't told me to place the marker yet, so I'm sitting here going, when is it going to tell me to place the marker? I think that's like
at the end of each round.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
it said that way
at the beginning of each round.
I skipped straight to round 1.
Yeah.
I nearly just crocheted the whole thing together by sticking my hook through one loop and out a loop the other side. That was smart. Okay, I fixed it. I'm finished round 5 now, so I've got this using my very classy bobby pin stitch marker.
Excellent. I knew that you were going to beat us all because you are incredibly fast.
I am.
Oh no.
Yeah, I tend to crochet when I'm bored. So. What am I doing?
Did it work?
I read the instructions for line 6 and got confused because I didn't see the 2. So I just read it as single crochet in next stitch, single crochet in each stitch around. I was like, isn't that what I've been doing? But it says 2 single crochet in next stitch.
Yeah.
That makes a little more sense.
I'm going to use a piece of paper instead of going to find my fancy schmancy row because I know that talking to you guys, I'm going to forget what row I'm on.
That's actually a good idea. I have a pen here. I can use it to mark it off. I think I have a pen. I have too much junk on my desk is what I have.
I've done something wrong already.
So Jenna, what yarn are you using?
I'm using the same as Christine.
Huh?
Christine.
Oh, the same, the homespun? How's that
Yeah.
working for you too? Like,
It's not too bad now.
I like it. I usually find it starts unraveling when I get to the end of a ball.
yeah, the end is always fun. But I just figure, if you just pull like anywhere, eventually you'll find the end, and then you just wrap it around this here.
Yeah.
So here's the problem with having a big box of yarn that everything's all mixed up in. When your yarn goes in, it's all nicely wound up like this, but then you pull it out, and it has this section that just looks like that. And you end up with like 300 knots to untie, so you can do 4 more stitches.
Jenna, what size hook did you end up using?
9.
Okay. We'll see what happens then, because you're using a 9 and I'm using a 10, and we both got the same wool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 9 is N. Sorry, I said that before. I said N, but I was about to tap the screen like this.
This says N, and then it says 10mm.
Really? Mine says
I
N 9mm.
I looked it up on the internet, and apparently M or N hooks can be 9mm, and N and P hooks can be 10mm. So an end hook could be either size because America is confusing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's been my explanation for so many things recently.
I think also that there's an like because on the thing on the wool it says it wants an N13, which it says is 9mm. So I don't know if there's a difference between N and N13. But
Yeah, I don't know either. Okay. So, paying attention. So, Jenna, how long have you been crocheting?
I don't know. I think a few years. Yeah, maybe since about 2014 too. I don't know.
yeah, I had a few times. But hadn't you crocheted before as well, Jenna? Like, didn't you used to crochet when you were younger or something?
Yeah, but not very well, so I don't count that.
Same with my knitting. I learned to knit when I was like 9, but never got very far. So I'm just like, yeah, I learned to knit about a year ago. I went through a phase of crocheting when my grandma first gave me the book that taught me how to. She gave it to me for Christmas. And so all 7 people in my family over the next year received crocheted things for their birthdays, partly because I liked crocheting and partly because I was broke at the time. But, you know.
Yeah.
I crocheted a lot.
Yes, arts and crafts are perfect for broke people with gifts to buy.
Yeah. Except when you overstretch yourself and you decide to make too many things before Christmas and don't give yourself enough time.
Yes, I've done that. Like 3 years in a row, I've sat there on December 24th, crocheting like crazy, being like, just 5 more rows, you can do this.
Yeah. Jenna's still waiting for my Christmas gift from 2015.
Nice.
So what's the biggest thing you've ever made?
I made a blanket.
Like a bed blanket or a lap blanket or
Like a human-sized blanket that you can wrap around yourself. I have this crochet calendar that has a different pattern for every day of the year. And so I made squares using like my favorite patterns and sewed them all together. It was a wedding present for a friend of mine, and I started it like a year before the wedding, and I was sewing the blanket together in the car on the way to the church because that's how good I am with deadlines. But hey, I got it finished before we reached the church, so I got it done in time.
That's all that matters. I've made a blanket as well. That's like, yeah, human size. I think that's the biggest thing that I've made.
Yeah, I did make a lap blanket once with homespun. Yeah. And then I made a sweater that I never wear because even though it's cotton, it's like that sugar and cream cotton, the worsted. And so it's so heavy.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not good for summer. It's too, it's not good for any season. It's,
I'm making
really
myself a sweater right now, but I'm knitting it. And I bought the yarn the pattern recommends, so it should wash properly and everything.
All right. I'm on row 6 finally, guys.
I'm just about to start row 10.
Well, good for you. I'm using really chunky yarn.
Yeah, I think I'm using thin yarn and a small needle, small hook, so it goes a lot faster than working with chunky yarn. I hate chunky yarn because I always manage to split the stitch like every time I try to make one.
That's the homespun, yeah. I find like it's always getting pulled apart. This is kind of fun. This blanket, it's really soft. It's kind of, it's like some of those fuzzy socks that you get at like slipper socks. I don't know.
They're wonderful.
Yeah. But I actually have, it's right here. They make a really huge one. It's called Blanket Big.
Oh my
I
god.
feel like you could just use your fingers to work with that.
Probably. I only have this much left. Like I got it because we for Christmas we're converting, I guess, a monkey to Rastafarianism. And so I was able to just use that like without crocheting or knitting or anything. It was just perfect dreads. So
That sounds cool.
yeah. His name is Mr. Taco Bell.
Very nice.
Yeah. My husband's cousin.
I nearly did a double crochet instead of a single one.
So I don't know if anyone's watching. Do you know if anyone's watching?
No idea.
How do you tell?
Let's see.
It's on YouTube, isn't it? That you have to like how many viewers
Is
there
this-
are.
oh, we have 3 viewers. We have
Oh,
3
yay.
viewers. It says there at the bottom.
Yay!
There is a live chat on the site on YouTube, and I don't know if anyone's using it.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that Kath is watching because I just got a Skype message from her asking if I can still see Skype while crocheting. The answer, Kath, is yes.
There you go.
I feel like I should stop and wait for you guys. I've just finished row 10.
No, it's fine. See, however far you get tonight, then that's how far we have to go to catch up with you before the next one. So
What if I finish the whole thing?
then you're not invited next week.
Oh no, I'll join you next time with my knitting instead.
There you go.
I've been learning how to knit in the round, which is great fun. It took me like
Yeah.
3 tries to work out how to use circular needles, and I eventually had to go and look up a YouTube video and then discovered that the reason it wasn't working was because I had temporarily forgotten how to knit and was trying to go into the wrong side of each stitch.
Oh, you're like, why does
Yeah,
it keep
that was
pulling?
great.
What's going on? Or they were twisting.
They were all twisting because it's
Yeah.
the collar of the sweater, and so I'm supposed to do a single rib stitch in the round on circular needles, and like every stitch was twisting and looking at it going, what am I messing up here? And it was apparently because in the 5 minutes since I'd finished the other part of the sweater, I had forgotten which direction to knit. So that was fun.
Have you used double pointed needles yet?
Not yet, although
They're really
I do
not that
have
hard.
socks on my list of things to make, so I may use them at some point.
Oh, cool. Catherine Harmony. Is that Harmony? Yeah.
That
The Covenant
yes,
Hub.
Kath, Harmony
And
203,
Jean Hill is
Ariel.
Ariel. Oh, cool. Awesome. Oh, no. Harmony, go study. All right. I'm realizing to reorganize some of these windows so I can see the pattern. That'd be useful, right?
Seeing the pattern is generally helpful,
Yeah.
once you're confident enough that you can crochet without a pattern. Although when you're trying to follow a pattern, having the pattern is a good idea.
Yeah.
I've had some fun times not following patterns. One year, I asked my little brother what he wanted for Christmas, and he told me he wanted a dinosaur. So I said, okay. Did a lot of Googling and couldn't find any pattern I liked, so it took me like 5 different tries, and I invented him a Triceratops.
That's
Nice.
amazing.
Oh, cute.
And then the next year, he wanted a dinosaur baby, so I had to repeat the pattern in miniature.
Oh, cute.
Did you write
But it
down
works.
What you're doing now.
No, I didn't. I feel like I should have, but I didn't write it down at the time. So if I were to do it again, I just had to kind of do trial and error.
I've got to row 8.
I just finished 12.
Oh, look at that. I'm
I
catching.
thought I'd got to 8, but apparently I've lost a row somewhere.
Uh-oh.
My hat is now
Oh,
looking
wow.
like this.
Oh, it starts to.
Doesn't look
Cool.
right.
Mine's looking like this so far.
The proportions are kind of funny because it doesn't increase every row. So there's like
Yeah.
some rows where it just goes straight.
Because it kind of does, it's a little bit lumpy like a soft serve, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Single crochet in next
I-
stitch.
Forgot how to count temporarily and was like, wait, what comes after row 12? 13. Row 13.
1, 2, and 3. Correct. Something like that. All right, good. 10 stitches. At the very least, I
Yay.
haven't done anything terribly wrong. It's just that what I thought was the last stitch is actually the first stitch, but that's fine. Cool. Does anyone in the comments have questions about the pattern? If you're planning on doing it or if you are doing it? Anything that's not making sense that we can clear up? Excellent. Cool. Rowena showed up. Hi, Rowena.
Yay.
Shout out for being a great whatever our job title is. And sorry for not
Manager.
really consulting
Co-manager.
you about this at all. I didn't actually tell her. I just posted the notice in the board because I'm a terrible coworker. I'm really bad. You can ask Naomi. I do the same thing. It was you. I'm just doing stuff, and then I'm like, oh yeah, you should know this is everything I did in the last 2 weeks.
At least they're your boss.
Kath has just let me know that she'll spam me if she has any questions. I will welcome the spam and do my best to answer them.
Excellent. If you have questions, spam Marie.
Hey, it'd be nice to have my inbox active. Right now, I keep coming on MH and I'm like, yay, PMs! And it's like, wait, no, it's because I'm running a quiz.
You notice the what's
Which,
it
by the
called?
way, Rebecca, you are still doing wonderfully at.
On which? Oh, the thing. Good. Awesome. I'm glad that
The anniversary one. Yeah, you haven't missed a single question so far.
Well, I'm still using track topics even though they don't send you notifications anymore.
Yeah, why did they
I've
stop
actually
sending
I got
notifications?
reliant on it, so now I'm still using that page. And yeah. 'Cause otherwise I forget stuff. And I can never find my way around the site anyway. Because I'm a homebody and I never leave Otter and Brook. Ottery St. Catchpole.
It's why I have all my jobs listed in my signature, because otherwise I forget what I'm supposed to check up on. So when I think I've done everything, I go and view my own profile. I'm like, okay, did that, did that, did that. Oh no, I forgot about that job.
I just have nested folders of bookmarks and stuff, everything I need. It's actually quite
I
organized.
tend to have a dozen tabs open all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I do that too, but the problem is then my computer's like, I'm Windows, I'm going to shut down and restart, and then all the tabs disappear.
Yes.
So if I've ever not answered a PM of yours for 2 weeks, it's probably because I had it open, and then my computer shut it down, and then I forgot that I had it open and didn't open it up again.
Makes sense.
I do that too.
Can I Ooh, okay. I keep getting distracted. I think I have two single crochet and mixed stitch, single crochet. Okay, right. Good. Is that
Hey.
Okay, I think I'm starting from the beginning of this row again. I'm on row 10. No, I'm on row 9. And I think
I just finished 15.
good. That's awesome.
If you're using smaller hooks and smaller yarn, it goes faster.
I find that I crochet faster with thicker yarns. I don't know, I just find it easier to like find the stitches.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. I find thicker yarn difficult to deal with because I never can end up finding the stitch, and so I just end up pushing my hook through the yarn rather than through the stitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like the stitches get kind of like difficult to find. Yeah.
I mean, I think I also just crochet quickly in general.
Like the sleeker the yarn, the less fuzzy the yarn, the easier it is to go quickly.
Yeah.
So you can see what you're doing. So like white cotton.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, whatever. I don't know. My mom makes like a lot of dishcloths. That's her go-to. Like when she's on the road trip or something, or when she needs to give somebody a very small gift. It's like, here, dishcloth. All right, thanks. I use them for my face.
Nice.
Yes. And then I did the same thing, like as a housewarming gift to somebody once. I was like, here's a dishcloth. And they're like, what is this?
This is multi-purpose.
It's a cotton square. You can do whatever you want with it, and just, it's fun.
I still have a bunch of squares, and by a bunch I mean like maybe 20 maximum from when I was going to make myself like a crocheted quilt, but I didn't get much farther than making a couple of squares.
You've just got a bunch of knitted squares, don't you?
Yeah, they're just in a pile, patiently waiting, and I'm probably never going to sew them together.
Someday.
Mine are all in a bag somewhere, but I honestly cannot remember right now which side of the Atlantic said bag is on, because I don't know if I took it with me when I moved out. So it might be in my room, or it might be in the Mediterranean. I'm not entirely sure.
When you say in the Mediterranean, do you mean on Cyprus or just in the sea?
Just floating.
One day they'll reach you.
Yes, they'll get here someday. I'm testing the ocean currents.
All right, finally finished round 9, I think. Okay. Now it's just taking me forever. It's just to move the stitch marker.
Are you using a real stitch marker?
And single crochet in next stitch. Can do. 2 single crochet in next stitch. Good. I'm reading out loud to myself. I'm having a really hard time
3, 6, 9,
talking
10.
and reading the pattern at the same time.
I keep having to stop to count stitches to make sure I've done the right amount since the last time I did an increase.
Uh-huh. It's
So far, I don't think I've messed up.
It's nice that the pattern tells you how many stitches you should have at the end of each row, so you don't have to go back and do the math.
Yeah. Oops. Oh, well, that's gonna be a fun round. I'm just kind of merrily, you know, single crocheting along, doing a couple of increases, and then I reach round 18. It's like single crochet, 2 triple crochet, half double, 2 triple, single. I'm like, okay, oh, okay.
That's the face. Yeah, you got to the face.
Yeah, it's gonna end up being a very small hat. I've gotten to the face part, and it's only this big.
Oh,
But
Oh.
it should end up the right size for my owl then.
Cool.
He's pretty cute.
What house is your owl in? I guess we'll find out.
Well, I generally, yeah, I don't know. I generally tend to think of owls as Ravenclaws, but this one's very good for cuddling, so he might be more of a Hufflepuff.
I need to count.
So when it says 2 triple crochets in next 4 stitches, I'm assuming it means do 2 in each, not do 2 across 4?
Probably. You can probably check the stitch number at the end of the round to confirm, but that's how I
Yeah.
would read that.
Okay. Well, it increases from 24 to 32, so it's increasing 8. Yeah, it's 2 in each stitch.
$18. 18. Good. I don't know what happened, but I got here. So for context, for anyone who's watching this archived from like way in the future, first of all, shout out to the future, hello. But this live stream is happening like, what, 2 days, 1 day after the 10-year anniversary, and all of the shenanigans that you can probably read about in my Hogwarts of History. So, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go.
Oh, hey. I was just like, all right, let's do this. Let's do this. Complicated next round. Oh, single crochet in each stitch. I can do
love it
that.
when I see that. It's like, yes, I can do this without looking.
That means I can talk. What should I talk about?
Judging by what mine's looking like right now, I believe I'm doing the top of the hat's eyes because it's kind of bulging out very dramatically.
Cool. I didn't actually read through the whole thing word for word or anything. Like, I said something about having to sew the inside, like to get the face to be defined, or is that wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking through it earlier, and you do have to do some, like, pulling yarn through at the end to make sure stuff stays in place, but it didn't look that hard.
Yeah. I think I'm going to give this to my husband, who, though he's a muggle, like, really loved the sorting hat that you could buy at Wizarding World.
Oh, now this is interesting. Apparently, the first stitch of each round is not actually in the center of the back of the hat, because I'm looking at round 18, and you do 8 single crochets before you start the face, but then you only do 4 at the end.
Huh. That's interesting. I wonder what that choice was, why that was decided.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know, I think it would make more sense to do 6 and 6 each side, but I guess that's the way the pattern goes.
I wonder if the flop at the top is sort of like innately part of the pattern, or whether you have to train it to do that.
Looking at mine, I think I'm gonna have to train it.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, the pattern itself doesn't say anything about sewing the top down just for the face. But I think because of the hook size I'm using and the yarn I have, I'm either going to have to just like tie it down like that or fold it a lot and squish it.
Yeah. Maybe if you put something heavy in the top, like a marble, and then it'll just kind of dangle on its own. What row are you guys on?
I'm finishing row 18.
Just started 12.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, me too, actually. I just realized I just started 12 too. High five.
Jenna, how's your hook going?
I'm not sure. It seems to be okay, but I think it could be better with the 10.
Yeah. Maybe we can compare them later.
Yeah. It's like thinking about flipping, but
Yeah, well, mine doesn't flip by itself. It has to be encouraged.
Yeah.
I like the color of your nail polish, Rebecca.
Oh, thank you.
Just noticing it. It's very pretty.
There you go. It's, oh, I put it away. So. How's everybody's year 40 treating them?
Pretty good, although I keep forgetting how fast time is going.
Right? It always does.
I was like, how is it week 3 already? I'm not prepared for stuff.
Simultaneously, I keep thinking it's week 4, and that interim's like around the corner.
Yeah. And I think time on my Hogwarts always goes like really quickly, too quickly.
Yeah. I still tell people like a few years ago, and it's been 5.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Marie,
It just
one of your
doesn't feel right.
one of your questions in the anniversary quiz was like, when was the first hippogriff race held? And I was like, oh, I wasn't a student that long ago. And then I realized I graduated like over 10 years ago now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the first hippogriff races were the first year of interim visits, which was also my first year on the site.
Oh my
really?
gosh.
You're 28.
Yeah, I keep forgetting how young you are, site-wise.
I forget that you joined like when I was almost graduated.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
you were head girl after Naomi, right?
Before.
Or before? No, you were head girl year
Yeah.
29, so my second year.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were also the first person to ever PM me on my Hogwarts, aside from the sorting hat,
Really?
who doesn't count.
Really?
Yeah, because I joined and got sorted super quickly. I think it was 6 days from when I registered to when I was sorted into Hufflepuff.
Oh wow.
So welcome message from you was the first thing I got.
Oh, that's cool. At least it didn't scare you off.
What?
At least it didn't scare you off.
No, actually Kevin PMing me scared me more because he was a head boy.
Rebecca, what year did you
It's a
join?
weird thing when you realize that you've been a student. Yeah.
I know you graduated in 27. I don't know when you joined though. 18?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I joined. Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I joined year 20, but then I kind of dropped out halfway through, so my first year was year 21.
Okay.
My second.
So we were
first year.
first years.
Yep. And then everybody graduated in year 26 and left me behind. And that's how I became head girl.
I just remember the day before my final year, PMing Christine in a panic because she was my career counselor at the time, being like, I want to graduate this year, not next. Can you help me? That was fun. Okay, I just finished row 19, and my hat now has distinct eyebrows.
Oh,
That's so cool. And that's with no sewing or anything, right? So like eventually
Yeah.
you'll go in and you'll pinch that together.
Yeah, it's triple crochets, and then you decrease again for the next round. So you end up with the same numbers you had before, but because it's 2 triple crochets in each single crochet, they just kind of stick out like that naturally.
Uh-huh. Cool. That was, I think, the thing that really drew me to this pattern is like doing this with a sewing machine or with with fabric would be so complicated, but doing it with crochet is like really simple. Round 14 is easy as well.
Yeah, I like the ones that are just single crochet each stitch because you don't have to concentrate so much.
What? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay.
My fear is that we'll get to the bottom of the face and then it'll be like way too small and then the face will end up being too high up on the hat.
Yeah.
We'll see. Because this pattern doesn't really have a gauge, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. So
all we know is 42 stitches is sort of supposed to be right before the brim, right? So I kind of tried that and it sort of was just a little bit small, so we'll see. Yeah. I cannot imagine anyone who's not actually crocheting along, like, wanting to go back and rewatch this.
I don't know. I
It could
always
be
find
okay.
it interesting to watch videos of people, even if they're not very exciting videos. But that's just because I like watching people in a totally non-creepy manner, I swear.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
I am mostly innocent, as somebody called me.
Mostly
I think
harmless.
it might actually have been you.
Mostly harmless. It's a Hitchhiker's
Mostly
Guide
harmless.
quote.
Yeah.
It's Earth is mostly harmless. Whatever. Crochet. This is just me, but I don't think I would capitalize SC if I were writing the pattern. It's throwing me off.
It's weird.
Capital
Only
SC.
capitalize
Like, what
at
do
the
you think
start
you're
of the
so important?
sentence.
The first single.
It's because it's starting a sentence, and you start a sentence with a capital letter, right?
There's no period.
Yeah, it's not a sentence. It's after the thing.
I mean, you wouldn't capitalize my Hogwarts, would you?
No, but that's because it has a capital
See?
letter in the middle. My Hogwarts is just an exception to rules. Because, no, you wouldn't, because my Hogwarts is like a brand name,
Right.
whereas single crochet is not.
Yeah, but it's a name. I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
If you were writing it out completely, single crochet, you'd capitalize.
Then it would be capitalized.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so you'd capitalize the abbreviation too.
No, whatever.
I'll stop arguing. I need to count stitches.
14, 26.
Stop it. 5, 6, 7, 8,
Eight, 5 stitches. And then 4 stitches. All right.
Can someone remind me how to do a triple crochet?
Yeah, you've wrapped
You do
twice.
2 loops around the hook.
Because I think that's another
And then
thing that I should have brought up in the video series but didn't, was that I think in like the UK or whatever, or is it, I don't know.
it's different.
Yeah, in certain
Yeah.
reckonings, double crochet is a triple crochet or something like that.
Yeah, in one up. So the single crochet we're currently doing is what the UK would call a double crochet.
So what they call a slip stitch, a single crochet?
Yes.
Okay.
And what this pattern calls a
So
triple
if you're-
crochet is a double treble in the UK.
Right,
It's
okay.
really confusing when you try and get a pattern online and you have to work out if it's UK or US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Australia, whatever the hell you want, I think. So,
Well, for whatever it's worth, this pattern is using the same terminology that I used in the videos, so
American. Yeah.
yeah, it's American.
Oh, there we go. I actually kept meaning to watch your videos and never did.
Oh, well, that's sweet of you. Like, you already know how to crochet, so.
I do. That's
And
why
also,
I
don't
kept
think they're
forgetting.
I was like hoping that you wouldn't watch them because I feel like you'll just judge them because I don't know.
Hey,
I feel like you're
I
probably better than
I don't always judge people, or if I do, it's privately in a sent message to Anna.
Sorry, I don't mean because you're a judgmental person. I mean because you're better than me at crochet. Okay, yeah. Is that what I want?
You're probably better than I am at
that?
explaining things to people, though.
Oh, we'll see.
All right, I reached round 22, and I can just single crochet in each stitch. That makes me happy.
Alright. Still got some more daylight left.
what time is it there?
It is 7:20 in the evening.
Yes. It worked out perfectly for our time zones. If people like, everyone in the UK is like asleep, but we're all just like Saturday morning, Friday evening, perfect.
Up until 15 minutes before, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it because my aunt hadn't gotten home from work yet. And I was like, I'm not doing Crochet-Along with a 4-year-old in the background. And then she got back at like 5:45. I was like, yes. And then she and my cousin went out for dinner. I was like, no, I've got a prior engagement. I'm super cool and I'm going to crochet with people.
Yeah, so yes, the link to the pattern is in the description below the video if you're watching on YouTube, which I guess that's where you would watch. It is a YouTube video. No, because I didn't post the video itself anywhere, just a link to it.
Yeah.
I usually end up posting a video somewhere. Oh. Sitting here going, what row am I on? It's just one of the same single crochet in each stitch around. I can do that.
Yeah, I've been keeping count. I've got a sticky note telling me how many I've done.
Smart.
For God's
Yeah, I'm not
sake.
really keeping. Oh, what happened?
I'm being attacked.
Is that your mum, Dana?
Yeah. Apparently
Hi,
the
Debbie.
birthday bubble.
Oh!
Go away. Everything's gonna be covered in bubble stuff. No.
Happy birthday!
Oh, my screen. Oh my God. What is life?
Oh my god. They look amazing! It's like coming down in front of the camera. It looks so cool.
That does look cool.
Yeah, however, my laptop doesn't.
No, it'll clean it, right? It's soap.
No. Oh dear. That's plenty.
The fact that the beginning of each round is not in the center of the back of the hat is just really bugging my sense of symmetry.
You should rewrite
I think
it.
if I ever make this pattern again, I'm gonna adapt it and just move some of the stitches around.
Maybe there's a reason at some point. Maybe
Stop.
like, you know, near the end, like the mouth will start at the beginning of the row or something.
Go away.
My mom's obsessed with bubbles.
Stop it. Oh, no,
I don't know how this happened because I could have sworn I pulled it this game.
Now I don't know where I'm up to.
Oh yeah, I should probably count stitches too. Good.
Half double crochets always irritate me. I don't know why. I think it's because like
Pay a
they're
lot
not
of
as tall.
attention to do it right.
Yeah, they're like almost the same height as a single crochet, but they use so much more yarn.
Oh right. But I always like accidentally will do one double crochet and then you look back and it's like 20 stitches ago and you
Yeah. Ugh. It's 10 stitches. Why? That is one advantage I discovered to knitting over crocheting, is that if you mess a stitch up, you can pull out your crochet hook and like fix that one stitch even 4 rows later, which I've gotten a lot of experience in doing. But, you know, it's easier than having to unravel all 4 rows like you do with crocheting.
It is. It takes a little bit of like confidence that you know what you're doing because it's terrifying the first time you do that.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
really
it's like, you know, you're intentionally dropping stitches. I had to do that with the sweater I'm knitting because I was working in double rib and accidentally managed to like skip it over, so I had only done 1 purl stitch and then did 2 knit stitches. And so I had to like undo 4 rows of like a 5-stitch section and crochet them all back up using my crochet hook.
Oh gosh.
But I did it right and didn't cry, so I count that as a success.
Yeah. If you just fix one column at a time, don't try to do the whole thing at once. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I fixed it one column at a time and it worked.
Yeah, I've had to doctor my mom's knitting before. It's like, it's not that hard. Look, watch, you just crochet hook.
I've lost count of stitches.
Crochet in the next 10 stitches. All right. 1, 2. Okay. Welcome to this week's episode of Rebecca Counts to 10. 4. 5.
I just had to count to 20 and only reached 16, so I was like, I guess I need another 4 stitches.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. The dog wants to come in. Oh, say hi to the nice people on the video.
Oh. I think the eyes are actually supposed to be pushed in, which is why mine was looking weird.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try that, see if it looks any cooler.
It's got
There we go.
brows
That's
and
looking
then
more sorting hat-y. I'm probably still gonna have to fix it. It's getting twisted. But wait, I can do this.
thanks, Rowena. His name is Max. He has made a cameo in a couple videos. He featured in the Fantastic Beasts Roundtable unedited video thing. But also, you can't have him.
That's looking more like a sorting hat, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess. I think in the picture on the pattern
sure.
site, it shows them as eyebrows.
And that's what I was trying to work out. Because it seems like the part I'm starting on now is the mouth, which is just confusing me.
Yeah. Looks like the mouth kind of goes out at the sides and then in at the middle. Yeah.
I'll see how it looks when I finish and the parts I need to
Figure it out
crochet.
after. Yeah. That's the doorbell. Hey! Max. Max. Alright. Pete. Right, Pete. Oh, Gino's home. Great. I think that's the video. Yeah, so Max is short for Maxi Buns Puppykins Valderrama, because Gina didn't want to give him a name that would make him too confident to put him in his place. It's a very brief cameo that he makes in that other video, Rowena. So, but go ahead, watch it anyway because you know.
I feel like you
watch
should
my
have done your
videos.
anniversary video too.
Oh yeah, is that where it was? I don't even remember. Oh, like the one I did just this year.
Yeah.
Forgot I did a video this year.
More like I had fun commenting in the C box about that one. But yes.
Two single crochet together is just decreasing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Decrease. Right? Yeah.
Well,
decrease.
which row are you in?
Two together, decrease.
19.
Yeah, it's like decrease it.
Right. So like X number in stitch is increasing and then together is decreasing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is making any sense. I'm like, go this way.
That doesn't look right. Why does that not look right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I did not remember that the horse entangled was named Max. But apparently he was.
I did 12 stitches instead of 14, which is why it looked wrong. There we go.
stitches. Oh, yeah, row 18 is where the eyebrows start then, huh?
Yeah.
Excellent. So now it starts to really matter that I get the increases in the right place. Oh. No, not 9. Yeah. So, who did everyone think did the best job with their potions today? I thought Merlin was hilarious, particularly.
I did love
Because it was
Liam.
like so understated.
Liam,
Yeah, Liam's
was great.
funny.
Just like, I'm in love with everybody. I did like Nicole's poetry yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was especially impressed that she managed to do it on the Quidditch pitch and
Yeah.
save the hoop. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
quaffle.
That was cool. I have some fish with like
20.
Yeah, man, single to triple is quite a jump.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a lot easier to count these. All right, so I have a question. Is it Crystal Ink or Crystal Link? It's probably Crystal Ink. Yeah. That was pretty stupid of a question, wasn't it? I mispronounce people's names on purpose sometimes.
I just say it all as one word, so it's Crystal Ink, and you can't really tell which way I'm saying it.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I've never even thought about that, Rebecca.
I overthink these things. It was Shadow Rubyheim, right? Who's prefect. This is like when she was a first year, introduced herself as like, I'm Shadow Rubyheim, or any combination of that, you know, by which she meant, oh, it's Crystal Link. Wow. So like Link like Legend of Zelda, or Link like, wow. See, it was a good question. Anyway, Shadow meant like or whatever. But I was like, so can I call you Daoru? And she was like, she didn't think it was funny.
I think it's funny. I've apparently been pronouncing her name wrong.
Oh, so it was originally up for interpretation, so she picked the less logical one, I guess. That's smart. Remember the user book song lover? Like, it's easy enough, right? Book song lover.
It
But
took
I
me
always
so long
would
to work that out. I was reading it as books on Glover.
lover, exactly.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I was so confused.
It's like, who is Glover and what are these books about?
Why are there books on him? Yeah.
I once like actually Googled to find out who Glover would probably be. Even though I knew what it was like from the beginning, but I would always like intentionally mispronounce it in my mind.
Well, that always made me think of Grover from Sesame Street.
Right? Yeah. I always also Martha, Headless Ghost, I always say Heddles because she's
Headless. I pronounce it with a hard S because it's only one S,
And,
so I say Headless Ghost.
yeah. Heddles. I call her Heddles. Or
What sort of A do you use in
remember,
your username? Is it Ganchi
so
or Gonchi?
I say Gonchi, but I don't mind either way, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't that weird how you never really half double crochet?
Yeah, I'm assuming Christine.
When Kevin
just,
is
like,
currently
has-
Nighthawk, right?
Yes.
Kevin's still Nighthawk, right? But
Yes, he is.
when he joined, he was KCR Jr. I think they're like his initials. But so I like intentionally misunderstood it as to be Casey Jr. So I often would in my head call him Casey Jr. Yeah. I feel like we should just have a thread somewhere. Like, how do you pronounce your username?
Yeah, that would be handy.
The fun of mispronouncing it. And then the opposite thing happens when you accidentally misspell Crookshanks because of Dewey.
I do that so often. I tried to look up Crookshanks on Harry Potter Wiki once and couldn't work out why it wasn't coming up until I realized I typed in Dewey's username spelling. Of course, that's still not as impressive as the time I tried to look up Tom Riddle and started with Liam. Which, also didn't work.
Rowena Riedel. I would say Rowena. Isn't it Rowena? That rather than Rowena?
I'd say Rowena.
I guess it depends how she wants to pronounce it. How do they say it in the movies?
Do they say it in the movies?
Do they? Maybe they
Rowena.
don't. Like what?
Rowena.
Maybe in the 7th one when they introduced the Gray Lady. It's like you're the daughter of Rowena.
Do they even say in the movie that she's the
Rowena?
daughter of Ravenclaw though?
I don't know. I'd always known the name.
I mean, I know she was. How do you pronounce her name then? Do you say Helena or Helena?
Helena Hufflepuff.
Helena.
Oh, but
Helga.
yeah. Oh, Helga.
The
Sorry.
Gray Lady.
Oh my gosh.
The Gray Lady's name. Do you say Helena
the Gray-
Ravenclaw or Helena? Helena Ravenclaw.
I think it's Helena.
I don't think
know.
either of those are right.
Yes, William is definitely pronounced Tom.
Yes. I think we could all agree with that.
All right, so Rowena Riddle says Rowena, so that's good.
Marina. I'm pretty sure everyone knows how to pronounce my name.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Although I do get misspellings of it from people a lot.
Really?
It took me a long time to get used to your name. I think, your change, I mean.
Yeah.
I think it happened when I wasn't paying attention one summer or something. And
My name changed?
yeah, and then I didn't notice it at first, and then I did.
It happened, when did I do it? I did it 2 weeks after I became head girl.
Okay, oh, that's...
So year 35, beginning of year 35.
Okay.
I still think of you as Golden Snidget, though.
That's fine. I think of me as Golden Snidget sometimes too.
You can't really mispronounce Harmony. All right, so Krista Link says it's Helena for A Midsummer Night's Dream, but Helena for Harry Potter, I think. Anyway. It's books belong to their readers. Is the username question still up for the anniversary quiz?
I'm not sure. I don't
name change
think so, but let me go check
Yeah.
just to confirm.
Because if it is, I don't want to ask you about it.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me, though, that I was supposed to post a new question like 3 hours ago. Oops. It's okay. The last one was posted late because I slept in this morning, so.
That's fair.
All right, so as soon as I have posted the new question and hidden question 7, we can discuss it. So give me like 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Perfect. We'll catch up in the meantime.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ariel. Like Ariel. Oh, yeah, I always say Ariel. But then that's how Sebastian says it in The Little Mermaid. So there you go.
There you go. Are we Jamaican?
Yeah, no, we're not. So. Ariel.
Oh, the newest question for the quiz is amusing. And good luck to anyone who doesn't know it trying to find the answer. But to those of you who do know it, have fun.
Dear, I'll have to check that later.
You probably know the answer to this one, though.
Or know where to find it.
Well, I know where to find it, but the
Okay,
problem
yeah.
is that Liam went and hid that for him for the week.
Ah, well, it's a good thing you told me that because I'd probably just go and look at it. Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. Sorry. Because, like, I'd probably still be able to see it and not know that it's supposed to be hidden. Let's see.
Yeah.
So,
I know I can't access it. Heading Hogwarts and the CBs have been hidden for
he's
the
a
week.
lobster. Isn't he a lobster?
Yeah, he's a lobster.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I do know that one.
I was like, you better know the answer to that. I feel like I should just mark you down as correct without even waiting for you to PM me. But anyway, question 7 has been hidden now, so we can discuss the answer since I'm no longer accepting answers
I
for
wanted
it.
to know if there are multiple accepted answers because I didn't do any research to see.
The only person I know of for a fact who I was accepting as the answer is Livy.
Uh-huh.
I don't think there's anyone else.
I think there's some admin that might fit that. Like, I was thinking maybe Linda because she had a couple like spelling changes, or maybe like Nicole or Bryce, but they're not purple.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I said purple person specifically.
Yeah. So.
That I've caught a couple of people out with trick questions apparently because it's like there's a difference between when I say purple people and members of the alumni community.
Yeah.
Admin are alumni too.
Right. Well, some of us are.
Well, yeah, members of the alumni community at any rate. What am I doing? I don't know where I am. I'm on row 26. Okay.
Single crochet 2 together. Okay. I was imagining it was like all like triple crochet back in, but oh, interesting. So have you got the whole face done yet?
It looks like it. Although I'm assuming I'm gonna have to push these in because right now it just kind of looks like a frog.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Or it may just be that, you know, I'm making it inside out and you turn it the other way around. I don't know.
Should be working around the outside, right? With the right side of the stitch on the outside.
Then yeah, that's what I assume. So I'll probably just have to like push the mouth and eyes in.
I think like when it talks about finishing it off, it like talks about like stitching the mouth and the eyes together from the inside. So
right, to make it, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's 4 stitches. It's actually easier to tell what you're doing when you've got multiple things in the round. It's like, oh, well, I'm between the 2 eyebrows right now.
Yeah. It confuses me when it has the increase in the middle of a pattern repeat. Like the pattern I'm on right now, it says single crochet in next 5 stitches, then increase, and then do another 5 stitches, and then repeat that. So you're actually increasing after 10 stitches.
10
you're
stitches
doing
between
5 and 5.
Right. That's really confusing, yeah. But I think it would be more confusing if they were just like, increase 2 stitches and stagger your increases. It's like, okay, where? So. So I had us scheduled to wrap up in about 15 minutes from now, just so that, you know, we have enough to do, I guess, in at least one more video.
yeah. I feel like you should probably stop Marie now.
Where are you now?
I'm just finishing off row 27.
Yeah, you don't have many rows to go.
I think I missed that.
I can stop now. I have just 27, so.
I'm going to at least finish this row. Oh. 27. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're almost ready to go to the brim.
Yeah.
You could get yarn to make one for yourself, and then in the next video when you finish,
Make one, yeah.
for yourself, and then finish that one in the next video too, probably.
Okay, so this is what it looks like if you... Hold on. I'm still struggling with it. There we go. This is what it looks like if you push all the stitches in.
Oh, cool. It's got a face. It kind of looks like, what's his name, Oogie Boogie or something from The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I've seen once.
I've never seen Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, then, look at that. I've seen it
feel
more
like I
than one
should
other
tonight.
person.
I've seen, I think, half of it.
Wow. Okay. I see. I had this imagine. I don't know. In my mind, I thought everyone had seen it and loved it for some reason. I was
I
like
think
the only
most
one. who was
people,
like,
most people have.
I grew up without a television, so I haven't seen a lot of things.
eh. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm confused as to the conversation that's happening, but that's okay. Oh, next 3. And ooh, do we we get to see some show and tell? Is that a finished thing or a work in progress?
Work in progress. I'm working on the color right now, and when it's done, it's going to be a Hufflepuff Quidditch sweater.
That's cool. Wow. That's crazy, man. That's knitted.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
I'm doing the color at the moment on circular needles, but I ran out of yarn and have like an inch left, so I had to go and get a new one to fasten on.
That may have been a sign. Now I'm on here twice.
Yeah, I was like, is there a reason you're joining us again?
It dropped. It like the window died. I'm gonna eject myself. All right, there we go.
Marie, did you say you stopped after row 27?
I finished row 27, yes.
Okay. Just making a note so I know where to get up to.
And now I'm just knitting because I like making things.
That's cool. Make sure that. So that's very bright, huh? Nine. Four. Yes, okay, good. It's not seeming to line up right, but it's the right number of stitches. That's something. So, yes. As I say, the plan is to sort of try to do this maybe again next week if everybody can make it or if enough people can make it. I hope that those of you watching in the comments and stuff are interested in coming back. I hope some of you will join us and, you know, make the project yourself. You can get caught up to row 27, I guess, is where we're trying to get to by the beginning of next week, right? Or do you think we should just pick up wherever we are?
I don't mind either way.
I mean, it's not like there's.
I don't mind.
It's not like there's anything riveting that we're doing that they would miss if we skip ahead. But then also, I feel like we might make it a really short video if we're only doing the brim. But I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah.
There are very long rows at this point.
They are though. Yeah. I don't mind. I mean, I'm on 24 at the moment, so it's not going to be that. It's like 2 more rows that I have to do.
Yeah, like I think the 3 of us are around the same place, right? We're all like here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So Marie, when you did the row after the eyebrows, was your increase like underneath one of the eyebrows? Or should it be in the middle?
No, it was underneath one of them. It seemed very weird, but that's where it was.
Okay. I'm going to move it over. And then try to do that on the fly without messing it up.
I think you might actually need it under the eyebrow because of the way you push them in. You need like some sort of way for it to curve out again.
Okay. But then it's not under the other one, is it? Maybe it is. Oh, maybe it is. Okay. That's fair. With the fluffy yarn, you can't really tell anyway.
Yeah, no, the other one's under it as well. At the opposite end, so I guess it could like be moved over one stitch to make it more symmetrical, but yeah.
Yeah, look at that. So yeah, I think the plan is to do same time like next Friday if whoever's available.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and it would be just continuing from where we are rather than starting over again. Though if anyone else wants to join the video, they're welcome. Just let me know. I know I've already bugged a couple people about being interested.
I'll probably be around.
Awesome.
I'm traveling down to San Francisco in the afternoon, but I get there at like 2, so I don't think I have anything planned for the evening, just for the day after, so I should be okay to just like come hang out.
Okay, cool. How long does it take you to get there?
Yeah, I should be.
Well, it's an hour and a half. It's an hour's driving from here to the closest large train station. And then it's an hour and a half on the train to the East Bay. And then it's another hour on public transport across the bay to where my aunt lives.
Okay.
So it'll take me
I
like
didn't realize
4
you were that
hours.
close to there. Though it's like, I think we're not going to the Bay Area for. Their thought process. I think we're not. I think we're going to Santa Maria.
I'm
Anyway.
probably going to be coming to Los Angeles in August.
Oh yeah, cool. I'll be there. Well, when I say there, I won't be in LA. I never go to LA if I can help it. But for you, I would make an exception.
Well, we're considering doing trips to Disneyland and the Wizarding World, so
There you go. Disneyland is 1.5 miles from my house.
perfect.
Yes. So like when Naomi took her and her friends to Target, so consider that as an option.
Yeah, I couldn't believe Naomi was coming to California the 1 week I was leaving it. I was like, why? Why?
Oh yeah, it didn't. The
Not
time
fair.
didn't work. I wasn't able to meet up with Christiane either because she had like a layover, and then I was at work, and yeah. All right. So yeah, it's just about 8 o'clock. So I've just finished row 20. And so Marie, you got to the end of row 27.
Mhm.
So yeah, so if you want to jump in, don't go farther than row 27. If you don't make it that far, that's fine. If you do, that's great, but don't pass up Marie because she has to stay in front because she's, I don't know, the best. I don't know. Finish it for all I care, whatever. But I hope that everyone is interested in jumping in. And we hopefully will see you next week. And thank you everybody who watched. Thank you for the peanut gallery in the chat box. And yeah, thank you ladies for showing up and this is a lot of fun, even though we didn't have much to talk about. Sorry. So yes, thank you Marie, thank you Jenna, thank you Christine. And
thank you, Rebecca, for organizing this.
Yeah, sure. I'm glad this worked out. Like, it was a pipe idea, and then that's not a thing. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn us off. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.